course, this is a message to anyone out there who's thinking of buying a Terra Nova tent, specifically a Terra Nova Voyager, I suppose, but I think more or less any Terra Nova product. And this is just my warning not to bother. I say warning, it's just my opinion. Okay, like I don't think they're a very reputable company. Like that's not to say that the people who work for them are all bad, but I'm just saying like the company itself, it's dishonest, it's misleading, and it's kind of lacking in integrity as far as I'm concerned. So I'll tell you the story about the tent I had. I had a Terra Nova Voyager, which I bought for full price. Like it's not a cheap tent. As you know, if you're watching this, you probably know how expensive Terra Nova gear is. And this tent, one of the reasons I bought it was because I kind of had a decent reputation, but more than that, it had like a lifetime guarantee on it. Okay, that's what it said on the paperwork and stuff, and on the ticket, like lifetime guarantee. And like I was going to be using this tent quite a lot, so I was like, fuck it, that's awesome, I'll buy it. I kind of thought it was going to be like Berghaus back in the day. Berghaus's lifetime guarantee meant lifetime guarantee. If something broke, they would fix it for you. I thought it was going to be the same deal with these guys. So anyway, I bought this tent and I went overseas with it, and pretty much I think it was the first night or the second night I was using it, one of the poles snapped. I think because of the change in the heat, like because it was fine during the day, and then like as the night cooled off, it just snapped. And when it snapped, it ripped a big hole in the fly sheet, like because when it snapped, they're pretty sharp, those poles. So I thought, like, oh fucking, that's a bit of a shame. Literally, my brand new, very expensive tent ripped. But like, I had like a bit of aluminium tube, and I fixed it up. And I fixed the hole in the tent, and then like literally like the next night another pole snapped, and same kind of thing. Like I was actually in the tent when this happened, and it just snapped. And this kind of happened again and again, like snapping, and every time it snapped you'd get a hole or it would rip the fly sheet. And I thought this was a bit of a fucking piss take, to be fair, like for a really expensive tent. So I contacted Terra Nova, and they were like, well, there's not really much we can do because, like, you know, you can post it back to us. But I'm like, fuck, I'm overseas, like I'm living in this thing. I couldn't post it back to them. So I said, well, look, they said like you can post it back when you come back off your holiday. Right? It was a pretty long holiday, like it was like a year. I didn't live in the tent the whole time, but I lived in the tent for a fair amount of that year. So anyway, like I come back to the UK, and obviously the tent's like seen some use, but like it's completely fucked because of all the holes that have been put in it from the snapping poles. The poles have snapped so many times that I've literally replaced the poles at this point. Like I've just gone and bought some generic poles and cut them down to size. So I post this tent off to them, saying like, you know, like a lifetime guarantee and la la la, and they send the whole fucking tent back saying, yeah, like, well, we've looked at it and it's exceeded the lifetime of the product. Okay, so like it's had enough UV damage to show us that it's exceeded the lifetime of the product. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And what it turns out is the lifetime guarantee is for the lifetime of the product. Okay, so I'll say that again, like the lifetime guarantee is for the lifetime of the product. Okay, so when the product is fucked and no longer works, then its lifetime is over. Okay, and this is despite the fact that like I contacted them shortly after buying the tent while I was overseas, explain this problem. So the problem wasn't down to the UV damage and extended use anyway. It happened the first fucking like day or first couple of days that I used it, these poles were snapping. So yeah, that's just like one example of how Terra Nova's customer service is like pretty shit, and how they're already like showing that they're misleading and dishonest with their bullshit lifetime guarantee, which is the lifetime of the product, which means absolutely fuck all. I'd also like to say, like, this shit is, especially compared to today's stuff, is very overpriced. Like this incident happened like quite a few years ago, but compared to stuff you can get on the market now, like Terra Nova is crazily overpriced. And I've not like gone and weighed their stuff recently, but it used to be pretty much across the board, like Terra Nova would, their advertised weight would be like fucking way below the actual weight. So, I mean, it's up to you if you buy a Terra Nova product, but I'd say you can save yourself a lot of money. When it comes to, for instance, the Terra Nova Voyager, like I've got a tent at the moment, which is about between a half and a third of the cost. I'd say it's a lot better design. It's even a bit lighter, I think. It's a lot easier to use, a lot easier to pitch and accompany on a bunch of fucking cunts. Yeah, so you can save yourself money buying another tent, and generally, like, do you really want to support companies like that are kind of misleading the customers? Like, I don't know. If just one person like thinks twice after hearing this and buys a different tent from Terra Nova, then it's been worth it. Catch you later. Cool, yeah, just to add, like, it's not like this would have been a one-off situation. It wasn't the one pole that was snapping. It was 3 poles and they were all snapping, so I'm fairly sure that Terra Nova would have had a batch of shitty poles that had come in. And I wouldn't have been the first person that had contacted them. I'd imagine a lot of people would have been contacting them about these poles. So yeah, they'll have fucked a lot of people over, I think.